So I got a whole bunch of Stardew Valley tips that people say are bad, but maybe some of them are low-key good. Let's find out together. I asked you guys for your worst ever tips that still kinda work. In this video, I will try them out and determine if they suck or are actually good tips. Number 1 takes ignoring the villagers to a new level. Ignore the bulletin board until Kent arrives in year 2. The only reason to do this is to maximize your friendship boost from completing the bulletin board with Kent around. Each non-romanceable villager gets 2 hearts when you finish the board, and this way no one is left out. Now, in my expert opinion, there is a massive problem here. You might still get a greenhouse early, but no Ginger Island in winter. I just can't approve of such a heinous act. 2 hearts with Kent or Ginger Island in winter. Sorry Kent, 0 out of 10. Up next, we have down with the fences. We all know fences can be kinda lame. Yeah, they can look cute, but they fall apart so easily. They take up so much resources, especially in the early game. Well, no more. Wait until Caroline reaches 2 hearts and she'll give you a very special recipe to say goodbye to fences forever. It's the green tree sapling. Unlike other trees and fruit trees, you can place these right next to each other. Never mind the fact that they actually make you money. At the end of each season, harvest tea leaves from your tea fence, pop them in some kegs, and watch the gold roll in. Did I mention it also looks super cute? As a self-proclaimed expert, 10 out of 10 for this tip. Down with the fences. Ever wished you had some friends to play Stardew Valley with? Well, this tip won't fix that. I call it the solo co-op strat. Start a farm in co-op mode and add players to the empty houses. Collect everyone's parsnip seeds, they won't mind, for a quick early game boost. You can also have an extra set of tools for when yours are upgrading. You could destroy the extra houses, or you could upgrade them and actually have more space for casks. That means more space to age that sweet, sweet starfruit wine. 7 out of 10 for this tip. If I wasn't such a lazy player, I would definitely be doing it more. This one I call the fishy situation. Once you have completed the Ocean Fish Community Center bundle, you will be rewarded with 5 beach totems. When you reach the 15th of winter, the yearly night market is on for 3 days. If you saved up your beach totems, you have an express ticket right to the market's doorstep. I would recommend using this with a Skull Cavern run where you easily teleport out if things get too hairy. It works especially well with the free teleport to your farm from the market. For my fellow lazy farmers who can't stand having to run all the way back to the beach for the market, this one is a must. 9 out of 10 just because it helps me be more lazy. Winter is boring, right? It sucks so much to have a full season with no farming, right? Wrong. Before winter starts, get your butt down to floors 41 to 80 and begin the blue slime eradication. They sometimes drop winter roots which you can toss into your seed maker for winter wild seeds. The more you hate blue slimes, the better this one works out. I give this tip a solid 8 out of 10 for the amazing profits you can get during the freezing winter. Let's talk about the age-old argument, kegs or jars. Jars can be expensive in the early game, but you should rush them as soon as you can. Perfect for thousands of glitched salmon berries, and it works 2 to 3 times faster than the boring old keg. Best of all, you won't need to collect any stinky oak resin to craft them. Artisanal products made through kegs are a little bit more valuable, but you just can't beat the processing time of the preserving jar. Plus, you will actually be making a lot more gold from the preservation jars using normal vegetables like pumpkins. Preserve jars for the win. 10 out of 10 would abandon kegs again. Always carry some cheap stackable item that you don't plan on selling. Fruit is a good example of this. since you get at least one every day from a fruit tree. Now when you walk past a villager, just give it to them. Waiting and finding each villager's loved gifts through trial and error is super tedious and way too time consuming. Even if it's not a liked or loved gift, the little bit of friendship points you will be getting from this is super worth it and will pay off in the long while. This tip is actually quite good and I feel super called out. I might even start doing this. 9.6 out of 10. What does a blueberry ghost say? Blueberry! Gotcha! This tip is called Berry Mayhem and it's quite unique. Did you guys know that a single blueberry only sells for 50 gold and you sell blueberry seeds for 40 gold? That's kinda crazy, but it is actually more profitable to turn the blueberry crop back into the seed itself. Let's say you have 10 blueberry crops and get 3 per crop that day. And for argument's sake, only normal quality ones. That is 30 times 50, which is only a lousy 1,500 gold. Now, when you turn those berries back into seeds, you have a chance of getting more than 1 seed per blueberry. So let's say on average you get 2 per blueberry. That's 60 seeds and then you sell that for 2,400 gold. This is definitely unique, but I'm not sure if it's worth all the effort. 10 out of 10 for creativity, but 0 out of 10 for maths. Ew! Now you might be thinking, hey, Lily's gonna talk about the skull caverns here. Nope, you couldn't be more wrong. There is a method to obtain the golden scythe as early as day 1. Jump out of bounds by swinging your starting scythe next to Robin's house. If you time it just right, you'll be outside the map from where you can reach the quarry mines easily. If you make it there, go ahead and grab your golden scythe. RIP if you get caught by these mean skull enemies. I give this one 7 out of 10. I would recommend it for a pro, but casual players should be more careful before attempting it. Maybe wait until you get a sword first. Focus on upgrading your trash can as soon as possible. I actually find myself throwing away tons of stuff in Skull Cavern runs, like weapons and food, and sometimes even a few valuable gems. Bones from those pepper rexes sell for 80 gold, diamonds for 450 gold, and hardwood 9 gold. You're selling at a discount of course, but all of these little sales really add up. As someone who regularly runs out of space, this is maybe the most underrated farming tool we have. All hail the trash can. I give this tip 10 out of trash. Boycott Marnie. Marnie is the lady who is never home when you need her. Oh no, my animals are starving. Will Marnie help the farmer feed her animals? Nope. Boycott Marnie in winter by going to Pierre for some grass starters. Or even better, craft them yourself. Plant your grass and immediately harvest it with a scythe. You'll get some much needed hay and spite Marnie in the process. As you watch your silos fill up easy peasy. 6 out of 10 just because you shouldn't make me have to do this, Marnie. When Willy gives you your first fishing rod, you are guaranteed your first catch. This could be used to catch a catfish very early, wait until the rainy day, day 3, and head over to the river by Emily's house. Wait for a fish that jumps all over the place, but if it's not this fish, you can just simply press escape on PC. When you finally see the catfish, use your first catch. 9 out of 10 because it's great and I get to catfish a catfish. And that's it, 12 bad tips that were submitted by Stardew Valley pros. I am surprised daily by the wonderful energy and creativity of the Stardew Valley community. Some of these tips were actually quite creative and useful, but some were obviously just terrible. Did you know all of these? Comment penguin if you did. Anyways, I will see you in the next video.